Okay, we are going to start the meeting now. Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Anand here, and welcome to the Gyan Vardhini session number 24. I'm Anand from ClinSav team, and I thank each one of you to join us today as we embark on yet another enlightening journey of wisdom and knowledge enhancement. So before we begin, I would like to share a brief overview of our amazing ClinSav app that we have developed over the past 6+ years. ClinSav means clinic savvy, and it is the only mobile-based clinic management app in India that allows you to manage your clinical practice in a full or 100% offline mode. It has a very simple design. ClinSav helps doctors easily manage patients, appointments, case papers, full prescriptions, bills, fees, issue of pre-filled letters, manage finances, and doing follow-ups with patients for any outstanding dues. ClinSav also sends automated appointment reminders 1 day in advance to your patients through SMSs, and it also gives you the ability to simply swipe and send custom WhatsApp messages to your patients. Now we shall start our today's webinar. Our today's webinar topic is From Charak's Text to Clinical Reality, Panchakarma Simplified by Mahakashaya Ganan. Our distinguished speaker for today is Dr. Hema Nanavati. Dr. Hema Nanavati has over 23+ years of experience as an Ayurveda Acharya. She is a Vaidya, yoga instructor, lifestyle and wellness coach, and focuses on postural alignment, breathing techniques, and holistic healing. She practices collaboratively with 4 other Ayurvedic physicians in a multidisciplinary clinical setup. The team of practitioners employ Ayurvedic therapies such as Nasya, Shunti Pradaman, Gurshunti Nasya, therapy yoga, postural corrections, and breathing techniques. Dr. Hema is a strong advocate for mind-body wellness with a passion for teaching and mentoring the next generation of Ayurvedic practitioners. Dr. Hema completed her BAMS from R.A. Podar Ayurvedic Medical College, Mumbai in 2001. She is a certified yoga instructor and evaluator from Ministry of Ayush, certified on global integrated nephrology, integrated dermatology, integrated proctology, and she has completed her certification course in gynecology and obstetrics. She has contributed her expertise with publications and case study of myasthenia gravis in remission with Ayurvedic treatment, articles on Dinacharya and Ritucharya. Dr. Hema, we are honored to have you with us today to conduct this webinar. Let us all welcome Dr. Hema for today's session. I also wanted to emphasize on this fact today that today Gyan Vardhini completes 2 years of monthly webinars, and we are very thrilled for today's session with Dr. Hema Nanavati. Dear ma'am, you can start with your session now.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Good evening, everybody. I'll just quickly share my slide and then we can begin. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, Dr. Hema, we can see your slide now.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, everybody. So, this is a very interesting topic from Charak's text to clinical reality. With the current changes that we see in this era, we also need to learn how to apply the text. Charak wrote the text 5000 साल पहले, but even today, because all the things are so universally accommodated in the whole text, we can use the same theory, but we need to have an applied application for today. A lot of things have changed in today's world. Let's see what has changed in the today's world. Right. Next. Yeah. In today's world, we see there is a rise of so many autoimmune diseases. When Charak wrote the textbook almost 5,000 years ago, that time and this time, even if we look around, say 20, 30 years ago, a lot of things have changed. Specifically after COVID, we see a steep rise in autoimmune diseases. A lot of new syndromes have come up. A lot of lifestyle disorders have cropped up. So many cancers have come up. There's so many hormonal disorders and very high rise in infertility. Now, in spite of all of this, if we learn to apply the text of Charak, though these names have not been mentioned in the Sutrasthan or the Nidanstan, those diseases still can be very well treated by the application of Charak. Now, in this past 2, 3 decades, what are the changes that we see? There are changes in everything, right from your lifestyle to your dietary pattern to your sleep cycle to your climate. There is use of so many chemicals and supplements. There is huge surge in the use of technology. Now, if we talk about environment, simple things, we think that it's about the climate change or the global warming, but even simple things like in the house that you stay. So the walls that are painted, they continuously keep releasing some toxins. The technology that you're using, the laptop, the phones, the mobiles, that everything that you're using has so much of radiation. This is about technology, but if you think about things like simple thing, you start your day with toothbrush, you use a toothpaste. Some 100 years ago, we did not have these chemical toothpaste. So we are exposed to all these chemicals right from morning toothpaste to right away the moisturizer that you apply at night or the sunscreen that you apply when you get out of your house. When you look about the diet, you see that all the grains, all the vegetables, everything has been sprayed with so many chemicals. It's so difficult to find something which is organic and not sprayed with any pesticides. Even if you think about the sofa that you're sitting or your chair that you're sitting in, if it has an upholstery, it releases so many volatile organic compounds that you have no idea. We're continuously exposed to all such things. Now, when all these things disturb our Agni and they disturb our balances and the diseases that are caused, what is the solution? We are continuously seeking lifestyle improvements. We are trying to reset sleep cycles for our patients. We guide them for improved dietary choices and natural supplements. We teach them how to protect against environmental changes, be mindful, and use the technology in a safer way. Now, when the load or the toxic load from the environment or from the food or the disturbances of the sleep cycle has happened on such a great scale, especially after COVID, every one of us as a Vaidya knows that so many of our patients require a deep cleanse and a shodhan. And that deep cleanse, as a Vaidya, we generally teach them um, in the form of dinacharya and rutucharya. We also teach them that how to do the achar rasayan and maintain the sadachar so that the mental or the psychological aspect also gets taken care of. We also teach them how to do the resetting the circadian rhythm. Now, this is on the daily basis, but in our daily practice, we face, say, 20-30% of our patients who would require panchakarma. Now, if we look at the requirements for a Shodhan or a traditional Panchakarma, we all are facing these current challenges. One is the time required for the patients. Like if you plan for even one Panchakarma, you know that you have to work on the patient's Agni before you start with the Snehapana. Even if you decide that you want to just give Vaman, you know that a pre-karma, the main karma, and the post-karma is going to take you anyway between 10 to 15 days. And suppose the patient decides that he wants to go for just a deep cleanse or a panch shodhan prakriya just for their healthy living, we know that it takes around say 2.5 months. Sometimes we have patients whom we need to give 2, 3 panchakarmas, the shodhan prakriyas, the Vaman also, the Virechan also, the Basti also, and the Nasya also. And we know that it is an extensive time, and today time is something which is so important. We all feel that, oh, we are lack of time. Plus, nowadays the patients do lack a lot of discipline. Also, the financial factor comes into picture. A lot of patients do not agree to do the diet. They do not want to follow the pathya or the Sansarjan Kram, which is prescribed during the Panchakarma treatments, whether it's a pre-karma or the post-karma. Also, selection of the patient. It is so difficult. Suppose you decide and you give a Panchakarma to a patient, but the patient may not follow what you say. And then there are a list of ARHA patients and ANARHA patients that are given in the text. And it becomes extremely difficult to select the right patient in the right weather. Now, with the global warming that is happening, we do not know whether it's going to rain today, whether it's going to be cloudy today, or we can't predict even the weather nowadays. The seasons have shifted so much. So selecting the right panchakarma for the patient also becomes very difficult at that point of time. Or conducting that procedure in that weather also is question mark. Plus the amount of medicines, the cost of the medicines, the ghee. And another thing is availability of a proper cow's ghee, which is not the Jersey cow's ghee, but the A2 cow ghee and the medicines that have been prepared with that ghee. That is also another option. That's a current challenge that we have. Plus, a lot of patients have the issue of palatability. Ghee is not something which all the patients eat very easily. Plus, the dosage that we prescribe during the Panchakarma is also quite high, which not many of the patients are ready to take. Above all of this, considering the current lifestyle and the scenario, the way people are workaholic and they go through all the psychological ordeal throughout the day, the Agni bal has considerably gone down. So even if you decide that this patient really needs panchakarma, the amount of time that goes to build up that Agni bal so that the person can digest the snehapan is quite long. So now, in spite of all of these challenges, we have also noticed I think all of the Vaidyas must have come across this. There are a lot of centers who have commercialized Panchakarma. So I come across patients who say that मैं 10 दिन 15 दिन में Panchakarma करा के आया, and the full Panchakarma. So that includes Vaman also, Virechan also, Basti also. Now we see all these flaws in the Panchakarma, and then these patients come back to us, and then we don't know what we do. So despite of all of these current challenges, is there any other way to do a deep cleanse or the Shodhan Prakriya for our patients, where we need very less patient compliance, very low cost of medicines, very less time for the whole procedure to get completed, and very less efforts required, where as well as everybody is able to get the benefits of the deep cleanse or the so-called detox, that is the new fad word. Obviously, we cannot term Panchakarma as detox. It's quite a deep cleanse that we do with Panchakarma. So now, Sharak gives us this shloka. He says, Buddhi pashyati ya bhavan bahu karana yoga jane yukti stri kala sadneya trivarga sadhyate yaya. What does it say? Now, if we look at all the hurdles that we see from all the last few years that we are facing, plus the new hurdles that are coming up because of the climate change and everything, is there something that we can do? Is there something that we can apply? So yes, Charak himself gives that answer. So you apply some yukti and use something from the text itself. And what is that? उसका आंसर हमें चरक संहिता में से ही मिल गया है. And that is, we find those answers in Charak Sutra 4, the Sharda Virachan Shatashruti Adhyay. Here come the heroes of Charak to our rescue. You know what yukti did we apply? Long back in 2023, I had heard Dr. Praveen Deshmukh from Nasik talk about the usage of Mahakashai. Fortunately, unfortunately, of all the 50 Mahakashais, I think I would have heard only 4 or 6 lectures of his. And I had just kept it aside. At that point of time, I was working a lot on stool examination. So I had, just listened to those lectures and the notes were there and I had just kept it aside. Then suddenly, because of so many hurdles that were coming up, suddenly struck me. And then I just went back to his notes. And then I just come across this thing where he says, oh, we can use this Mahakashais. How? See, if you decide that you want to travel from Mumbai to Delhi, there are so many ways and many destinations. Many destinations, but our destination is Delhi. So many ways to reach there. So one is the roadway. You go walking. Another is you go by a bullock cart. Another is you go by a vehicle. You go by train. And there is also an airway or a jet plane. Or you have your private helicopter. Now these Mahakashais that we read over there, we saw all these different Mahakashais, the Snehopag, Svedopag, Vamanopag. So I kept wondering, what is this Upag? Everywhere there is a Upag. So if you read, the meaning of Upag is Up and Go. So it is like Sameep Jane Wala, something which is conducive for that. Now, when we see that I have to travel from here to Delhi, I have enough time, I'll definitely prefer walking and going to see all this nazara idhar udhar ka. That is its advantage. If I have lesser time, maybe bullock cart in some point of time, like 50 years back, I would have just the option to go by a bullock cart. Then if I travel by bullock cart, I have another advantages to it. I can see all the scenarios, but I'll still reach faster as compared to by walking. Then there are vehicles like the car. Still, I would be able to travel faster, but I would have very lesser view of the things outside. And if I travel by air, I'll reach there very quickly. But yes, I would be able to see, I'll get an overview of things. Similarly, now if I want to go to Delhi, if I sit into a train which is going to, say, Madras or Chennai, I'm not going to reach my destination. So I need to choose a train or an airplane which is going to Delhi. Applying that same yukti, if I want to do the panchakarma for the patients, I would definitely use these Mahakashais. And that's how we used this yukti over here, that we use something, these drugs. Charak has very smartly described in his text, they are Snehopag, they are Svedopag, Vamanopag. These drugs know very well how to reach. They know that pathway. I agree that when we give Snehan by Grit, it's different, but it reaches the same destination. But Snehopag also does the Snehan work, but it knows a different pathway to create that Snehan. So the destination is same, but the pathway is different. Same way, we can go on for all the Mahakashais. So these were the specific Mahakashais which we are going to focus, and there is Sangya Sthapangan and Vedana Sthapangan, which we'll see today. So now when we look at all the dravyas in all these ganas, when we look at all the dravyas, it's very, very difficult, going to ras, virya, vipak of each and every dravya and understand its karma and say that, oh, okay, this is going to be snehopag, and why it's going to be snehopag, it's very difficult to understand. At least I could not figure it out, but I still tried and thought that let's not go into too much of theory, but use it practically. This is what I learned even from Dr. Praveen Deshmukh's lectures. Still, applying a little bit of head of mine and doing some analysis, I tried, and then we have come up to something like, if you look at all the dravyas in the Snehopak Gand, it enhances all the body's ability to retain moisture and fat, looking at all the Madhur Sharit and Pitchila herbs in there. We can give an example. If there is an extremely dry sponge, if you put it on oil, it's not going to absorb the oil, it's going to repel the oil. But if you wet the sponge and then put it on the oil, it's going to absorb the oil. Similar way, these dravyas, they would help retain the moisture and fat in the system. Now, along with these, there is also a query for all of you, and we have been practically using it in our clinics. Along with the Snehopak, we also used a Sneha, where you feel that the patients do not have that much of sneha in them and only the snehopak gun is not going to work with, then we have used extra sneha along with the snehopak gun. Then there is swedopak gun. In this, if you look at all the dravyas, they are all ushna dravyas. They're engineered for all thermal conduction. Like they would open all the channels with their ushna gun and the tikshna gun. There are certain grains like yava and til, kulath and mash, which are provided in the list. So they would probably provide more latent heat and would help in the heat retention. And that would probably create more enough heat to create sweating. Then there is this Vamanopak gun, where you look at all the herbs, they are all sweet, soothing, and slightly irritant. Then we go for the Virechanopak. This would help probably manage the environment in the colon. See, this is my thought process. I'm not saying it would be like that way, but looking at the dravyas and their rasvirya gun vipak, I assume or I could think of these things. This is a study, this is a research thing, and all of the Vaidyas, after using, you can do your own studies with this. So there are some dravyas which might help with osmotic action. Some are like getting the anuloman of the doshas. The pitchil and a snigdha and dravyas in them would do the anuloman, and the cooling herbs would do the pitta shaman. Is probable my analysis that would go for the Virechanopak. Then there is Anuvasanopag. If you look at all the dravyas, especially the Agnimanth and Surdaru is more like a Deepan dravya and a Srotoshodhan. Certain dravyas are antispasmodic, which would allow, if you use this as a kashayam, probably it would allow the retention and then the lekhan of the dravyas and shodhan. Then there is this Asthapanopag. Most of the dravyas are Katu, Ushna, and Tikshna, which would trigger myantric reflex. Like they would help throughout all the doshas from the till area. So this would also bring Vatanuloman, and some Yogvahi dravyas like Vacha and Pippili are there, which would enhance the action of the rest of the dravyas. We also have the Shirovirechan Nopag Gun, which we don't have here, right? Uh, Looking at all the dravyas like the Kshavak, Marich, Pippali, Jyotishmati, Vowding, Shigru, and Sarshav, most of them are Katu, Tikshna, Ushna. And these dravyas would help reducing the phlegm. They would cause neural stimulation and create more vasodilation so the doshas can get out of the system. Now, looking at all of these dravyas, this was, the mental analysis that why should I use it before using. I had done a lot of analysis. Finally, I came to a thing that if I spend more time just doing the analysis, if Charak has said, why not just try? So finally, theory को छोड़ के practical use पर हम आ गए, and in our clinic we started using this. So what we did is we used all the Mahakashais in certain manner. So for example, we have tried this on more than 80 to 100 patients, this Panchakarma. We started this year itself. So there were a lot of patients who were traveling. So we decided, okay, we want to give them only Vaman during the Vasant Rutu. So what we did is we give them Snehopag, GERD tablets and Svedopag tablets. We decided the dose according to what was the condition of the patient from 2 BD to 5 BD. In some cases, we have also gone up in a Vardhaman Matra, like we would give 5 BD for 3 days and then 8 BD for 3 days. Along with Snehopag and Svedopag, we would give Vamanopag tablets if you're planning for a Vaman kind of a effect. Then, after 7 days or 15 days, depending on what is the patient's condition, we would go for Virechan. If now I'm talking about if we are going for the whole Panchakarma set. So we would give them 7 days of Snehopag, Svedopag, Vamanopag, then Snehopag, Svedopag, and Virechanopag. Then we would give Snehopag, Svedopag, Shiro Virechanopag. And then at last we would give Anuvasanopag and Asthapanopag. The Anuvasanopag would go and on one day, and the other day, alternate day would be the Asthapanopag. So how we decided the dose. Now for these, we took history, like how you take the regular history of the patient. You decide upon what is the amount of doshas you want to eliminate out of the system, how much amount of snehan you want to give to the patient. Now, in this case, what we do in the regular panchakarma, the traditional panchakarma that we do, we give the snehan first and we give the svedan. And then when the doshas are all coming from the shakha into the kosht, at that time we decide whether to give Vaman or Virechan. Over here, when we are doing the tablet Panchakarma, we give the Snehopag and Svedopag tablets together along with the Vamanopag. The only difference is that we give Vamanopag at the Kafaj time. So it is between 6 to 8 a.m. Now, when we give Virechanopag, we give the time between 8 to 10. So that is, a little bit once the Kapha Kal has gone a little bit and then the Pitta Kal is going to come. Anuvasanopag and Asthapanopag, we have given morning and evening, and it is on the alternate days. Depending over here, we have just written 7 to 10 days, but there are certain patients where we have given it as a Yog Basti Kram, like 8 days, 15 days, 30 days, and even we have gone up till 45 days in some cases. Shiro Virechanopag tablets also we gave, that was morning and evening twice. Certain cases we have given only in the morning around 8 a.m. It depends on what the doshas the patient has. So Shirovirochanopal, when we give, it is morning Kafakal and the evening Kafakal. So it would be somewhere around after the sunset time. So accordingly, whenever you're taking your patient's history, you decide upon your patient's examination, the Ashtavida Pariksha. What we used to do is we used to ask the patients to keep a watch on their stools, on their appetite, on the feeling, in the general feeling in their abdomen and their overall sleep and well-being. And they used to keep updating us every single day. This was initially. Slowly we got to know that, oh, okay, this is the pattern that is happening. Then we used to take follow-up every 7 days. So last year itself, this year itself, from December till now, we have given in more than 80 plus cases, and we observed lot of physical benefits and psychological benefits. Now, of those cases, one which has come very handy today while preparing the PPT is this person. So this is a very interesting case. This gentleman is 73 years old. He came with a complaint of osteoarthritis. He had a cyst in his ankle since decades. He also doesn't remember. Now you'll be surprised if you look at this photo, the left side and the right side. This is exactly after 7 days. And the only panchakarma that we have done for him, the tablet panchakarma, is giving him Anuvasanopag and Asthapanopag. So on day 1, Anuvasanopag. Day 2 was Asthapanopag. So alternating it like that way, on the day 7 is the photograph. Now, if you look at the photograph and you compare, I think everybody can appreciate the texture of the skin. I will just try to zoom in so that you can have a look at the texture of the skin. You can make out the highlighter. Pointer. Yeah. So if you look at the eyes, you can see the drooping eyelids have changed. There is more life into the eyes. You can see the cheeks, they have been lifted up. You can appreciate the alignment of the nostril. You can appreciate the change in the color of the eyebrows, which was very surprising. Now, even if you look at the overall face, there is upliftment in the smile also. So we can, there is a general widening of the face. You can look at the pushti that has happened after just the 7 days of giving Anuvasanopag and Asthapanopag. Now, if you look at all the guns, if you read the text, um, in the chapter 16th of Charak, the Chikitsa Prabhrutiya Adhyay, all the effects of the Panchakarma have been given. We can very clearly appreciate all of these in them. What are the effects that have been mentioned in the text? If you look, the first one is Agni Vriddhi. Now, if we go back to this picture, even from the picture, I would not say that, okay, you cannot appreciate the Agni, matlab unki kshudha badi ke nahi. That we cannot see from the picture. But yes, definitely you can make out that there is a change in the skin texture and the glow. You might also say that, okay, this is, change of lighting, but definitely you can make out the change in the skin texture. Now, there was Vyadhi Prashaman. Vyadhi Prashaman, in the sense, the second thing that text mentions is Vyadhi Prashaman. His joint pains had reduced. If you look at his face, if you see Prakriti Anuvartan, he was looking much healthier and happier. Indriya Manas and Buddhi Prasadan, he was quite happy, overall much lighter, and he was more alert. Varna Prasadan, obviously, yes, you can see in the picture. Then there is Balapushti. Yes, he was feeling much stronger as compared to what he felt 7 days ago. Vrushya and Apatyakar, we can say that Vrushya definitely yes, but Apatyakar we would know only later. I mean, for him that doesn't count. Jarak Rachrain. So, and you can look at the anti-aging process that has just happened within 7 days. There were no other modalities used, only Anuvasanupag and Asthapanupag. And the last one is Shiram Jivati. So we are not looking at how long the patient would live. I'm not saying that just giving that Anuvasanupag and Asthapanupag for 7 days has increases lifespan, but definitely the quality of life improved quite a bit just in 7 days. So this was just one handy photograph to observe the effects what a tablet panchakarma with the Mahakashayagan tablets we can give. Now, looking at these effects, I would also bring to your notice certain observations that have happened that we observed in our clinic, and they were, you know, we can say that we can put them under Hina Yoga and Ati Yoga of the tablets. So definitely, yes, we also did quite some trial and errors in deciding the dose for the patient. So in patients where we saw that we had given only like the accumulation of the kapha dosh would be more, and if we have given a lesser dose of Vamanupog tablets, say around only 3 tablets in the morning, then yes, the patient would have nausea and prasek. And also in some patients where we thought, okay, we need to give Vamanupag tablets, but the accumulation of kapha dosh, which was coming, throughout the day into the koshtha, was a little bit less as compared to what we had assumed. The patient had calf pain. It increased a little bit of vat. And I think that is not the problem with the Mahakasha. It was our wrong dosage maintenance that we had given to the patient. Same way we saw in Virechinopal that some patients complained of body heat, ulcers, and rashes. Now, what was the logic behind this? That we tried to find out that why this body heat is happening when we are giving Virechinopag. If you look at all the dravyas in the Virechinopag, only except Pilu, rest all are Pitta Shamak. Then how come this is happening? And then we suddenly realized that we are giving Snehopag, we are giving Svedopag, and then we are giving Virechinopag. So what is happening? And it's a everyday process for all these 7 days. So now when we are giving this proper Snehan, the Gritpan, the doshas are sliding and coming back into the koshtha, but there is ghee which is going along with it. So what happens? It pacifies the heat then and then. Plus, they are sliding down nicely. Now, when we give Virechanopag along with Snehopag, Svedopag, the quantity of pitta that came into the kosht was quite huge. And the Vamanopag doesn't give a vomit per se. It just eliminates the doshas through the stools. Virechanopag, even if you give, you don't expect that the patient is going to say, oh, I'm going to get 7, 8 motions. The patient gets only 1 or 2 motions and they are regular motions. But how does it act? Even with that small quantity, if the doshas are a little bit more in quantity in the koshtha, these tablets are not able to push them out of the system and they still stay in the koshtha for more than 24 hours, then these complaints are seen. So it was a part of our trial and error, and that we found out that, oh, okay, if we give a little bit lesser, then this happens. If we give more, then this happens. So we decided that, oh, this works very well when you give an Anuloman Dravya along with this Snehopag, Svedopag, Vamanopag. And then at night time, you give some Anuloman Dravya. So whatever work the Snehopag, Svedopag has done and got all the doshas from the periphery into the koshtha, the Vamanopag drug acts over there. Now, how does it act? It acts, it eliminates, like it makes each and every single cell do the Vaman and gets the doshas into the koshtha. One of our patient, this is just last week, we had given her Snehopag, Svedopag, and Vamanopag. She came on the 7th day and said that I pooped probably the best in the 3 years, last 3 years. She pooped 3 times in a day, and none of it was a loose motion. It was like a completely formed stool. And by the 7th day, her abdominal girth had reduced by 4 inches. So, this is the effect that you get just by giving the correct Mahakashai at that point of time. Similarly, we had seen that when we give Virechanopag, even if we give 6 or 8 tablets, sometimes the pitta, amount of pitta is so much that we really need to add an Anuloman Dravya along with it. So you can try it out in your own practice and find it out what you need to add. Now, when we give Anuvasanopag and Asthapanopag also, it is not that the patient is going to have, few motions like how we get the basti. These tablets, they work in a manner that they get all the doshas and they remove it out through stools. Some of them have said that yes, they get some sweating. Some of them have said that they pee a little bit more. So मल के जो द्वार हैं वहीं से ये सारे महाकषाय अपना पंचकर्मा कर लेते हैं without causing any side effect or any major discomforting effects to the patients. And some of them have just said हमें अभी कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है, but after 7 days or after the 7 days का पूरा 28 days या 35 days का whatever we have given the set, and then they come, you can see all the changes that have been mentioned in the text, these Agni Vriddhi, Vyadhi Prashraman, all of them, and each of them, none of them have complained that they developed any complications. Now, what are the benefits of these over the traditional panchakarma? We did it with the tablet. We also do the traditional panchakarma, but now we see that we have so many hurdles. So for those Vaidyas who have a setup which doesn't have a traditional panchakarma setup and they have a small OPD setup, even they can do this. It's a very less time consuming process. It's very cost effective. It can be easily available for everyone. It is very easy to manage the dose and no rest is required. Nowadays, especially in metro cities, people are just running around. They're super alcoholic. So along with their work, also they can manage to do the panchakarma. The biggest yes when patients are very happy is that they don't have to follow a pathya or they don't have to follow the Sansarjan Kram. It can be completely avoided. And definitely, yes, it works. And the number of complications are super less. The only complications that we found is what we mentioned in the previous slide. In that slide, whatever I have mentioned is also because of my judgment of giving a lesser dose or more dose, where I had a little bit of mismatch in the judgment of the doshas. Now, this was about the physical panchakarma. And we also see a steep rise in psychological issues. And the need of the hour is that we need to help all of these patients who are developing these psychosomatic diseases. I have a psychiatrist who just works next door. Now, if I look at the amount of patients she used to receive just 5 years back and post COVID, there is a huge change. Initially, there would be probably 20 slippers or chappals, pair of chappals lying outside her clinic. And now I see from morning to evening, probably it goes up till 80 and 100. And that itself shows this is just one psychiatrist who works next to me. So we know that the psychological issues are on a huge rise. Now, how do we deal with that? These issues itself are going to cause another diseases and physical diseases in few years. So we also have the help of these Mahakashais to deep clean our manovas with this. Most of the disease, say 99% of the disease have psychosomatic component. And there's a lot of emotional stagnancy that we see nowadays. People are so disconnected from self. They're just mechanically working, mechanically doing things, running around, doing their work, just earning, doing this work. किचन का काम कर लो, फिर बच्चे को संभालो, फिर ऑफिस भागो, फिर ये करो. And those who are working and traveling from one place to other, they're completely disconnected with themselves. They're just doing. There's so much outwardly that they do not sense what is happening within themselves. And this builds up so much of chronic stress. Also, because a lot of people have now, even if you look just 5 years or 10 years back, people have, there's a research which says that people have started sleeping 1 hour less as compared to a decade ago. And yes, we all see now, whenever I used to ask in my earlier practice, people would say, 10 baje to so hi jata, and that would be late for at that point of time. Now, if you ask, the common timing to sleep is around, say, 11, 12. A lot of the youngsters who come nowadays, they sleep by 1 or 2, and that has created such disturbances in circadian rhythm that it is creating a lot of hormonal issues plus mental issues. There are a lot of people who have self-harming coping mechanisms. And for all of these, what can we use? Any guesses? We can use Sangya Sthapan and Vedana Sthapan. These are very two interesting ganas, and we have extensively used them. Now, if you look at the dravyas of Sangya Sthapan Gan, they're all very Ushna and Tikshna. Basically, they pacify the kapha, and they also regulate the Vayu because of its Ushnata. This specifically works on the pranavayu, and it brings back, by removing that the layer of kapha and tamas, it brings more wakefulness, more awareness, and stimulates more sattva in the person. And if you look at the Vedana Sthapan Gan, most of the dravyas are Shitavirya, Kashai Rasatmak. So basically, they work more on the Vayu with the doshas, and they work on the more on the manasik vedanas. Mental vedanas, what you call है, मेरे मन में दुख है, वैसा वाला. So now, before understanding where to use Sangya Sthapan and Vedana Sthapan, let's have a look at what is the difference between Sangya and Vedana. We have ample shlokas explaining what is Sangya and Vedana in Charak Sharit chapter 1. It's a beautiful chapter that how, this Purush is made and what is the goal for this life, how to reach moksha. Everything has been explained. That one chapter is so beautiful, it just enfolds everything. Now, when you look at the Sangya, we can simply think of it as, Charak says, Alochanam Nirvikalpam. Matlab, जो देखा उसको निर्विकल्प, मतलब to see as it is. We can define Sangya as something which is cognitive, Simply you see this and you just identify it as, okay, it is this. When the Sangya is active, generally it's a sign of conscious awareness. Majority of the work that Sangya ka kaam idhar se aata hai, our prefrontal cortex. It's the typical differentiation capacity of the mind, that Vivek Buddhi. Now, when you look at Vedana, it is more like a anubhuti or perception. Matlab, मुझे ये अच्छा लगा, ये बुरा लगा, या ये बुरा भी नहीं लगा, अच्छा भी नहीं लगा. That अनुभूति, that अनुभव, that experience or that perception of mind and the body, we can term it as Vedana. Here the Vedana doesn't mean the pain. Huh? Now ये गड़बड़ी जब कहाँ होती है? Now, when we have too much accumulation of the manasika dosha, the raja and tama, or शारीरिक dosha, the Vayu, Pitta and Kapha, and when they accumulate too much and travel into the Manohar Srotas, they cover up our Dhi, Dhruti and Smriti. And then they disturb our Sangya and they also disturb our Vedana. Now, एक simple चीज से समझे तो, example, मुझे suppose कोई इंसिडेंट पे गुस्सा आया, कुछ तो हुआ, किसी ने कुछ बोला. I have a learned behavior that I will react, that मैं गुस्सा करूंगी. So that is, that learned behavior becomes a vedana. मतलब मेरे मन की ये वेदना है कि मुझे इसने कुछ बोला जो मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगा, तो मैं ऐसे ही behave करूंगी. So what I do is, this is more work of that amygdala, the limbic system work. It is more like an automated behavior. It is my learned behavior कि कोई मुझे ऐसा बोलेगा और मुझे ऐसा feel होगा, तो I will get angry. But संज्ञा is something like, इन्होंने मुझे कुछ बोला, I use my buddhi and I differentiate from my prefrontal cortex and I get multiple options and I choose what I want to behave. I act. Now ये संज्ञा and वेदना दोनों साथ साथ चलते हैं and they work in sync. When there is too much accumulation of doshas in these channels where the dhi, dhruti and smriti function, then what happens is Vedana बिगड़ जाती है. We come into that automated loop. Like once you like the having tea or coffee, you've built in that loop that, oh, okay, I want that sensation, so I'm going to drink tea, or I'm going to have coffee, or I'm going to have drugs, or I'm going to watch TV, or I'm going to do the mobile scrolling. Most of us have this habit nowadays, right? So that is Vedana बिगड़ गई हमारी संज्ञा बिगड़ गई, and we are repeatedly doing that same action. Then Sangya, when we understand कि ये सुख है दुख है, लेकिन हमें इसमें से बाहर निकलना ही पता नहीं चलता, हम क्या करें? So that is the time we use संज्ञा. So ये संज्ञा और वेदना समझने के बाद हम इन दोनों गण संज्ञा स्थापन और वेदना स्थापन को कैसे यूज करेंगे, इसका हम देखते हैं. Now you'll be surprised, but we have given Sangya Sthapan and Vedna Sthapan in more than somewhere around 400 to 500 cases. And of those cases, I have just picked up few cases over here. उसमें से जो पहले 6 cases है in the first column, we have used only exclusively Vedana Sthapan, nothing else. We had given eye drops and Nasya along with that, but सिर्फ वेदना स्थापन गण के tablets use, and the dosage was very minimal, 2 BD or 1 BD. And I would very quickly go through those cases. The first case is of a person who was highly diabetic on insulin. He used to take 32 units of insulin at night, and morning he used to take 40 units of insulin. And he was into a very sad, depressive state. He had very severe IBS and he had very suicidal thoughts. Now, whatever this was, he just came after a very long time to consult us and he complained about all of these things. And he says, मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा दवाई नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि मेरी बहुत सारी एलोपैथी दवाइयाँ चल रही है. Give me something, I just feel suicidal so much. We just gave him 3 BD Vedana Sthapan tablets with whatever he was taking, and we did not add anything. After 15 days, he came back and he said that his sadness had reduced, his depressive state had resolved. He was quite positive and he had started feeling that, oh, he can live. In those 15 days, he did not have the thought of committing suicide every day. He said that वो लिटरली मुझे 1 या 2 ही बार ऐसे आया, एंड विच वाज लाइक अ वेरी big thing for him. The second case is this pain reduction. This lady, she had severe acidity and she would have severe body pain like fibromyalgia. And it was not going with all the traditional treatments that we used to give. And we understood that over here, it is also related to her Mansika Vedana. And we gave her Vedana Stapangan tablets, and the pain reduced by almost 70% in just 1 week. Third case, this kid, third case was a person who wanted to get over his drugs. He had a habit of having bhang. He used to consume around 30 tablets of bhang. So what he had decided that I want to withdraw from it, but I don't want any side effects of withdrawing from the bhang. So he came to us after already withdrawing for 10 days. And then he had literally too many bad mood swings. He was depressed and all that. So we had given him again Vedna Stapan. After giving him Vedna Stapan, definitely he did not go back to taking bhang that he had already withdrawn, but he started having motivation to do things. His mood was more lively. He started talking to people and he became more interested in things. Fourth case, this person, when was given Vedana Stapangan, his fear had reduced completely. His appetite had improved. Stomach was more clear. This person had constant negative thoughts and constipation. This was his main thing. Vedna Stapan dene ke baad, all these improvements were seen. Case 5 is of a middle-aged lady who was going through perimenopausal phase and she had lost complete interest in life. She would do everything mechanically. ये करना है, वो करना है, ऐसे है, वैसे है, ठीक है. After giving her Vedna Sthapan, her interest in life improved. And these are all very short. Every 7 days, 10 days, koi 15 din ke follow-ups hai. Then this case 6, this lady, she's a chain smoker and she's a media person. So she just came that I feel whenever she feels depressed or whenever she's emotionally disturbed, she would crave for smoking and she would go up till 30, 40 cigarettes in a day. So we just started her with 3 TDS Vedna Sthapan. She came back after 10 days and she said that her smoking cravings had reduced. And the funniest part she found was that whenever she used to take the cigarette in her mouth, the taste used to feel weird. So she used to lit up the cigarette and then she would break it and then throw it down. And her sadness also reduced a lot. So these are all the changes that we saw in these cases. Now, if we look at I'll speak about the case 7 last. When we had given the Sangya Sthapan to this is case number 1. This person has hypothyroid since almost 20 years and he just came that, oh, I just want for my general betterment, you give me something. And he had IBS. He was not aware of a lot of things about himself. We tried bringing that to his awareness, but to no avail. So we thought that even if we tell him anything, it's not going to help. So we simply added Sangya Sthapan to his prescription. And immediately on the next visit, he said, my perception has completely changed. It has improved so much. I can perceive things much better. These are his words. His receptivity to what we were saying had improved. His awareness had improved a lot. He was more accepting to things around him in his family also, and he was very less rigid. So this is what Sangya Sthapan just achieved in few days. Then there is the second case where this person used to constantly keep thinking. And the person was also on psychiatric medicines, but in spite of that, that person used to constantly think and used to get irritated with each and everything. Adding Sangya Sthapan to it, just within 10 days, this patient had less irritation and overthinking reduced in spite of the 4 psychiatric medicines that were going on. We had not reduced those medicines. We said, you just let it be. We'll just add this and you see what happens. Case 3, this person was more relaxed and his stress bearing capacity increased. There was so much of frequency of stool and urgency in stool which had reduced. This person said that if I would have to go out from here till even Kandivali station, like a 1 kilometer distance, the person would feel extremely uncomfortable when the urgency of stool would come. And that person traveled for around 20 kilometers holding the urge of stools. And that was the change that came within 10 days. So these are very short follow-ups, but the effect of the Mahakasha is so quick. We don't need to wait for like 1 month or 2 months to do the treatment. This person had come even 1 year ago for the treatment, citing the reason that उनको बहुत urgency of stools and frequency of stools है. At that time, I had done the regular Grahani Chikitsa, which did not make much of a change. Yes, definitely the frequency had gone down from 10 to 3 or 4, but the urgency was still same. But just the 10 days of giving Sangya Sthapan made the whole game change. And that person was so happy that I have never felt this freedom to travel anywhere just because it was of this, and it was all thanks to that Mahakashai. Case 4 is of a lady who had complained of severe brain fog. She runs a pre-primary center, not even that, something like a mother toddler kind of a center. So she had too much of brain fog. She would always say that I'm confused. I'm always thinking negative. I have so much of things in my head that I cannot find out what is happening. And 7 days, this was just a 7 days follow up. She said, my brain fog is completely reduced. I have more positive and I think I'm less confused. These were her words. Case 5, this lady complained of too many gut issues, constant indigestion, gases, bloating, all those issues, but we found out that her reason was more related to the mental stress that she was taking. We just gave her Sangya Sthapan and her gut issues were resolved within 10 days. The case 6 is of a lady who had severe urticaria and severe acidity. She was extremely unhappy by the treatment, saying that मैं इतने टाइम से ट्रीटमेंट कर रही हूँ पर मेरा क्या फायदा हुआ. She was not able to see the changes that had happened over a period of 8 to 9 months. She had suddenly gone into that phase of depression. She had had lot of food cravings because of that depressive phase, and she kept eating all wrong foods and she developed a lot of urticaria. She had come to the clinic. She had a gap of medicines like, for 15, 20 days. And in that phase, there was some incident at home which had triggered all of this. We gave her Sangya Sthapan as well as Vedana Sthapan. That's why I highlighted it in yellow. After giving that, she came back in 10 days and her urticaria and acidity both had reduced by 80%. And 80% we give them a scale that ye itne bar ho raha hai, if you consider this as 100% and 0 means nothing. So this percentages have been given by the patient. Now, after looking at so many advantages, like this is just few cases from the 500 cases that we have given Sangya Sthapan, Vedna Sthapan individually all together. We had like a bunch of papers and it was very difficult for us to just sort it out and put it over here, and it's very interesting to see all of these things. With all of this, where all the traditional panchakarma cannot be performed, then these Mahakashai gives you a very big easy option. For a Vaidya who doesn't have a proper Panchakarma setup, like I do Panchakarma, no doubt about it. But I don't have like a Panchakarma setup like how we have those big Panchakarma, fancy Panchakarma centers. So I would not have a traditional masseuse in the clinic, or that every day Panchakarma ho raha hai, waisa. So for us, even this has become, a very easy thing. We want to give panchakarma to the patient because we know that the accumulation of dosha is so much and the patient is going to benefit, but the patient is not ready. So then what do we do? Yes, these Mahakashai come as handy option. Now there are a lot of patients who are very less agnival. Their lifestyles are so bad. They're traveling constantly. They're under constant stress. They do not even have that ability to judge whether if they take this ghee when it is digesting. So how do you administer Snehapan in them? It's so difficult. There are so many reasons where a traditional Panchakarma is not possible. If you go through the list of Anarya Rogis, matlab to whom we cannot give in the text, then we see that it's huge. Now, even in those patients, Mahakashaya gives us the possibility to do the Panchakarma and we can do a deep cleanse for them and then we can improve their quality of life. This physical deep cleanse was a very good eye opener for me. Slowly, we thought, okay, if this is happening, and when I saw those slippers outside my psychiatrist friend's clinic, I used to wonder what else can we do and what else can help them. Shirodhara is not possible for everybody. You know the oil Shirodhara? In places like Mumbai, even a Takradhara is not possible because patients immediately catch cold because of the humidity. What else can help? And that's when that Sangya Sthapan and Vedana Sthapan opened up like a magic. And believe me, that Sangya Sthapan and Vedana Sthapan has improved lives of these patients like nothing. We had a patient today itself who traveled all the way from Delhi and he is 57-year-old patient. He says that I have never ever slept the way I have slept in the last 2 months. He used to always sleep for 2 hours, wake up, 2 hours, wake up, 2 hours, wake up for all his life. He was diagnosed as ADHD. He's a 57-year-old. So if you look at a ADHD kid, he was a 57-year-old ADHD person. 2 months ago, when he had come to clinic, he would like walk in our clinic. He would, on the bench that we have in our consulting room, he would shift. After 2 minutes, he would shift to the center. He would shift here, he would shift here, he would shift here. And after a while, it became uncomfortable for us also to see that what is he doing? He's just jumping around here and there. And even while talking, he would be just here, there, all over the place. And we had added Sandhya Sthapan and Vedana Sthapan for him. He had irritable bowel syndrome. We didn't add anything for that. We just gave him this. And there was a small powder for acidity, like Shatpatradi. And there was some Nasya and all that we had given. This patient today came and he really wanted to touch my feet. And I'm like, oh my God, just getting that sleep was so important. His flight had got delayed by 2 hours today. And he said that had it been the case 2 months ago, he would have just gone bonkers. Today he very calmly called. He was sitting aram se. He was in the flight also aram se. And when he came to the clinic also, he was super calm. We also did not expect that he would be so calm. So it was also a surprise that how deep these Mahakashayas work. We always think that everything can be achieved only by traditional Panchakarma, but yes, even this gives beautiful results. Very deep, extensive, life-changing results are possible with Mahakashaya. So all of you Vaidyas, I would really request that, you know, when we read the text, Charak wrote it 5,000 years ago. At that point of time, he did not have such an environment or such kind of people around, or the psychological stress was not so much. This Mahakashaya can be a game changer in your practice. Now, we have used it, and if you would like to use it in your own practice, this is the place where we buy these tablets. Ayurveda is the pharmacy which is owned by Mr. Santosh Deshmukh. I think he's brother or related to Dr. Praveen Deshmukh. He prepares these Mahakashai Gun tablets. And we also use Mahakashai Gun liquids. We have forgotten to mention all the ADHD kids on whom we are using this Mahakashai Gun liquids. We are using Sangya Sthapan and Vedna Sthapan separately on different kids, and we have wonderful results on them. There is a kid who was not speaking for almost 3 years, and even after doing the speech therapy and everything, he was not showing any results. We started him with Vedna Sthapan Gun liquid, the Mahakashai Gun liquids. They are the extract-based kashayams, which are available from Vyas Ayurveda. It's very difficult for kids to be given the tablet, so we gave him the liquids. And in last 6 months, The child has started going to the normal school and he's speaking so much, he's responding to his mother, maintaining eye contact, and which is like a big thing. So you can, yes, procure from these places. You can take a screenshot of this. My request is that education shouldn't be just about accumulating inert facts, but about making knowledge alive through experience and thoughtful application. This is what John Dewey said. So whatever Charak has said, we should learn to apply from the text into our present context. These Mahakashais, the Upag, those guns really help. I would thank Dr. Praveen Deshmukh because he's one person by whom I got inspired to use the Mahakashai guns. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Hema, for this insightful and enriching presentation. Your expertise and knowledge have helped us with a deeper understanding on the topic from Charak's text to clinical reality, Panchakarma simplified by Mahakashayagan. This can be so much helpful to all the doctors present here. Before we conclude, I would like to open the floor for any questions. Please feel free to raise your hand or type your question in the chat box and Dr. Hema will address them. The Q&A shall be hosted and managed by Dr. Snehal Makwana.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Dr. Snehal.
Yes. By
evening,
default, I
Snehal.
would say amazing lecture, but as I would say, if you are attending this lecture as a newcomer who don't know this topic, what Dr. Hema ma'am would be talking, it would be easier for you to understand because all the efforts we put through in last 1 month, I knew what she is going to present and what she is going to talk. But still, after all that making of slides and efforts, I would say that yes, it was an amazing lecture because I also got new insight about the topic and what we are doing. Let's jump to a question and answer, ma'am. The first question is, one tablet is equal to how much milligram, the dosage of individual tablet?
Okay, before I start answering, I would really like to thank Snehal and my whole team of doctors. We have a group practice, and believe me, everyone in my team works as one single unit. So if I'm presenting, it doesn't mean that I'm presenting. It is the work of all of us. Those 500 patients are not mine. They are from all of us. So that includes Dr. Snehal Makwana, Dr. Sanjana, Dr. Shrikant, Dr. Hetal, Dr. Satyavati. We all work together, and this is how I've been able to put up and give all such things on the slide. And I would have not been able to do it. Yes, those tablets are 250 mg tablets.
Okay. Next question is, Dr. Ma'am, did you had a follow up after few months for those patients? How are they doing 1 or 3 months after such treatments of Panchakarma?
They are doing good. See, these patients are not the ones who are like out of our follow-ups. These are our regular patients who would do, okay, हमको yearly panchakarma करना है. So yearly panchakarma करना है, but their Agni is not right at that point of time to absorb that much of ghee and take it in. So we have prescribed to them. So there is one category. So what happens after we have given them Snehopag, Svedopag, Vamanopag, then Virechonopag for 7 days, then Shiro Virechonopag, then Anuvasanopag and Astapanopag for 15 days. Once we are done with that we give them the Rasayan. I forgot to mention about the Jivaniya Gan, Vayasthapan Gan, and there is typical Vyadhi Pratyanik medicine which we would give to the patient. But the Jivaniya Gand and the Vayasthapan Gand and the Prajasthapan Gand are the ones which generally we prescribe post that 35-day program is over. And after that, if any of the complaints of their Vyadhi is still remaining, then we would go to the regular treatments. But we have seen that after giving this whole set of things to the patients, or even the certain part of things, like if some patient just needs only Anuvasanupag and Astapanupag. So like example, in the case, the photograph which had been shared, he did not need any kind of other medicines and he's still under follow-up and he still has his complaints all in control. He doesn't have any pain or anything. And the whatever we achieved with that has been maintained.
Okay. So a word of appreciation from Dr. Anju. Amazing session, Dr. Hema. New vision altogether for today's world and doctors.
Thank you, Anju.
Next few questions are similar from where to procure the medicine and pharmacy. So we have displayed the numbers. So you must have taken the screenshot and we noted down the number. Some drugs are not available in market. How should it take?
I didn't understand your question. Which drugs are not available?
So some
You
drugs
mean
from the Mahakashaya Gand are not available, like from Jivaniya Gand, Vriddhi and all are not available. So if the
so you
drugs are not
use so you can use the substitute drugs which have been mentioned in the text.
uh, next is from Vaidya Bhagyashree. Very informative lecture, ma'am. Thank you. So do we have to stop the Kashayas after 7 to 15 days of course? That is the first question.
Should I answer the first question? Then we go to the second question. So after 7 days, you assess if the doshas are still there. Exactly like if you do a woman and then you see that if you give Snehopag, Svedopag and Vamanopag, the patient description of the patient, what is the way they describe? The patient says, I'll just show you exactly. This area एक गोला था वो गोला चला गया and when you do the abdominal examination you can actually feel that this area which was accumulated with the phlegm or the cough or whatever doshas is there has just dissolved. So now after 7 days if you see, क्योंकि आप पहले भी आपने check तो किया है, abdominal examination किया है, so you know that how much of the accumulation is there. If that has gone off and dissolved with just 7 days, you do not continue. You go to the next part of the treatment. But now, if you feel that, oh yes, it is still there, if you make like 3 portions from the epigastric to the navel portion, if you see the first, second, and the third portion, and if you still feel, okay, the doshas have been eliminated from the top portion, but this lower two are still there, you continue for 5 more days or 7 more days, depending on what you see. If you feel even after that there is still accumulation, then you still continue with Vamanopag. But if you feel these doshas have dropped down and they have gone into the area near the navel, like this way, if this is the navel and the area around it, if that feels all accumulated with the doshas, then you give Virechanopag. If you feel the doshas have still traveled down into the ascending colon or the just lower pelvis, then you can give Anuvasanopag and Astapanopag. So you decide on the abdominal examination. Plus, if you know the tongue examination, you can see the coat and decide which dosha is predominant or where the doshas are lying in the alimentary canal. So once you decide that, then you can find out, okay, what you need to continue after the 7 days or 15 days. If you feel okay after just giving Vamanopag, your patient is fine, there are no other things that need to be addressed, then you can switch them to the Vyadhi Pratyanik medicines that you want, or you can switch to Jivaniya Gand, Vayasthapan Gand, or Prajasthapan Gand, depending on what is needed for that patient at that point of time.
Okay. And the second, second question is, how frequently do we suggest this Mahakashaya to the patient as stress builds up again after a period of time?
When we are treating the patient, physical stress is one thing and the mental stress is different thing. While you're treating your patient, you make sure that you are also educating them to learn the coping mechanisms. Stress is going to be there every day. Now, when your capacity to deal with stress has gone down because the amount of doshas is too much, maybe you will be able to handle only so much. But this amount of doshas has accumulated in so much of time. Now, when you eliminate that, put it out, the capacity increases this much. And if at that same point of time, while you're doing this, you teach them other mechanisms, you give them nasya, you teach them dincharya, you teach them ritucharya, and these are not just for saying. We inculcate all of these in the patients in our clinic. We see that these patients do not fall back into the same pattern. So repeat करने की कब जरूरत पड़ेगी? It will be not immediately, but it would be after quite some time. Like अभी एक बार आपने पंचकर्म किया, तो अभी इतना दोष उखाड़ के निकाल दिया, उतना बनने के लिए टाइम तो लगेगा ना, तो बनेगा तब देखेंगे. बट पहले जितना नहीं बनेगा. Definitely because the patient has learned how to deal with his lifestyle and his psychological environment, how it can be maintained. तो कम होता है. दूसरा है कि when the patient learns all of these techniques, even if there is a small issue, the patient will come to you and ask you. तो छोटे में ही अगर आप उसको treat कर लेते हो तो शायद इतना कुछ जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा, but you can definitely use other Mahakashayas for treating his problem at that point of time. You won't require the Panchakarma ka full Mahakashay. There was one patient, a couple, husband and wife, दोनों को हमने, because they stay abroad, we had given them the whole set of Shodan, पूरा. That the husband said that I have never felt so much stress less. He never knew that he has stressed. उसको लगता ही नहीं था कि मुझे स्ट्रेस है, लेकिन वो टैबलेट पंचकर्मा करने के बाद ही मैसेज ऑन फर्स्ट इनिशियल 15 days जाने के बाद he said there is no difference. I don't understand anything. There was no Sangya Sthapan or Vedna Sthapan given, but only the 35-day ka protocol that we built, 7 days ka. He said that can I do it again because I feel कि मुझे ऐसे लगता है मेरे सर से 100 किलो का स्ट्रेस निकल गया. And he wanted the whole set again. I said, no, we cannot repeat it because now you are fine. We'll repeat it next year when it is necessary.
Okay. So next question is, do we need to always administer Snehopag and Svedopag Gand before Vamanopag and Virichanopag?
Yes, definitely yes. Otherwise, you will find the side effects that I have mentioned. What happens is because Homenopag and Virichanopag both are going to eliminate the doshas out of the system, though it is not going to be as extensive as the woman that we do in one go. It is over a period of 7 days, the doshas get eliminated. There will be empty space created. तो एक तो उसके लिए भी चाहिए, प्लस वो जो दोष each and every single cell में है, we want the doshas to come from the periphery, from the shakha into the koshta. So for that movement, we need, for that emulsification, we need Snehopag, Svedopag along with Vamanopag and Virichanopag.
Next question is from Dr. Dhwani. Hi Dhwani. I was expecting this question. Urgency will have to be treated before we start with Mahakashay or not required? Ma'am, you need to even explain a little bit about urgency of the stools here.
Okay. So most of the patients who say that they don't have any issues with the stools, if you ask them whether can they hold their stools for a few minutes or no, they would, lot of them would say, nahi, we cannot hold. We can hold it either for 2 minutes, 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And then they have to rush to pass the stools. So now the urgency of stool is basically because of weakness of Grahani, because of undigested stools, because of sticky stools, or because of excessive gases. So that urgency basically indicates Samavastha. Now, when we are using the Mahakashai, we can completely use them even if the patient has urgency, because these dravyas, when you look at them, they have lot of pachan dravyas also along with them. So when you look at the Snehopag and Svedopag, there you will find Deepan and Pachan drugs also in them. So they help with the urgency also. They improve the digestion.
Okay. Number of okay, recording. Okay. How to reduce the dose?
How to reduce the dose? You look at the patient's build, amount of doshas, and then you see. So generally, if you know that the patient is very lean, you start with a 3 BD dose or a 2 BD dose. You know that the person is very sensitive, then you give a lower dose. But if you feel, okay, this is not working, you increase the dose. If the accumulation is too high, we have even given 8 BD dose also for Vamanopag also. With too much of kapha. We have given also 8 tablets in the morning alone. ऐसे किया है. So you decide on the doshas.
Okay. Dr. Priya Patki ma'am has said, amazing lecture, heads off to entire team and keep up good work.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next question, Dr. Sucheta. This Upak tablets given as Deepan or Pachan or as a representative of Svedan, Snehan and Vaman Karma.
These are proper Snehopag, Svedopag and Vamanopag Gan tablets. There is a Deepaniya Gan also. You get the Mahakashai of that tablet also. Mahakashai tablets of Deepani. If you want to just do the Deepan work, you can use that.
What is the appropriate call of giving Snehopag and Svedopag?
We have generally kept it morning and evening because most of the patients in Mumbai, if you tell them take it at that time, they would prefer not to take at that time. They are very rebellious. हमको बस convenience चाहिए. हमको जब याद आया तभी दो. So initially we used to make it a point कि आप सुबह 8 बजे ले लो. But what used to happen, 8 o'clock we have the Vamanopag 5 tablets plus 4 tablets of Snehopag, Svedopag हो जाएगा. So it will be 9 tablets. So they used to say नहीं लेना है. So what we decided, we used to give them post meals or post breakfast, morning and evening. So it is Vyan Udan Kal that way.
Okay. Dr. Bhagyashree is asking, because she missed the initial phase of the lecture, she wants to know, this Panchakarma have to be done when like a traditional Panchakarma or can be done on any time during the year?
This can be done anytime during the year. Even during rainy season, we have given this to patients and it has worked very well.
Okay. Dr. Namrata is asking, please explain thinking of Prajasthapana Grant.
Yeah, I think Dr. Praveen Deshmukh would be happily, he would explain it much better, the Prajasthapan Gan. But what simple one-liner or two-liner that I can explain in Prajasthapan is, Prajasthapan means, if you separate out the two words, Praja means the next generation. Now, next generation doesn't mean our next generation. Next generation of the cell line. So if this one cell is dividing into two, the next line of the cell, this generation, that cell should come intact with the memory that has been designed in the one. ये ऊपर वाला मदर सेल से जो 2 सेल होंगे, उस सेल में भी ये मेमोरी अच्छे से आए. The proper mitosis should happen. That is Prajasthapan is what I understand, and I use it with that intention only, and it works.
With Vamanopag, do the patient have emesis? Number of Vegas?
No, definitely no. Not even one single Veg. None of the tablets give what you think it would give. So Vamanopag doesn't give Vaman, Virechinopag doesn't give even one extra single motion. जो normal आता है वो भी नहीं आता. Constipated feel करता है patient. So tell your patients that इससे ये नहीं होगा जो हम आपको दे रहे हैं उसके लिए. इससे उसका इफेक्ट आएगा बट उल्टी नहीं होगी। विरेचन का इफेक्ट आएगा लेकिन मोशन नहीं होंगे। बस्ती दे रहे हैं, बस्ती का इफेक्ट आएगा लेकिन पॉटी एक भी नहीं आएगी, जो रेगुलर चल रहा है वैसे ही चलेगा। मे बी 1 स्टूल एक्स्ट्रा, बट दैट वुड नॉट बी लूज, इट वुड बी पचित दोष पूरे ऐसे निकल के आते हैं। सेम है फॉर शिरोविरेचनोपग, नाक से कोई पानी बहता है या कुछ नहीं होता है, मे बी थोड़ा बलगम एक्सपेक्टोरेट होता है, दैट्स इट, उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं होता है।
Okay, next question is, do we ask them to do self abhyanga when they are on snehopag gan?
We can ask them to do, but it is patient's choice. Most of them, they do not have, those who opt for this, उनको टाइम होता ही नहीं है किसी चीज के लिए। अगर कर सकते हैं वेल एंड गुड, नहीं करना है इट्स ओके, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम।
Okay, Dr. Pallavi has a very unique question, innovative one. Can we give snehopag along with traditional snehapan to get the better result?
Yes, we can give. It will enhance the effect of the snehan.
The question from Dhwani, I could not get the question, but I'll read it out. Can Shirovirechan tablet Pradhaman Nasya be given? So,
Yes,
with
you can
Shirovirechan
powder.
Pradhaman Nasya or Shirovirechan tablet as Pradhaman, I'm not sure.
No, I understood her question. So you can powder the Shirovirechan Mahakashai tablet and use that powder as a Pradhamanasya. That can be done. So patients who are in coma can be given this Shirovirechan.
Asthanopag and Anuvasanopag should be given alternatively like Yoga Basti?
Yeah, alternatively.
Okay, and last one is, can you please repeat if Snehopag and Svedopag and Vamanopag are to be given from day one or only Snehopag, Svedopag for first 7 days and then Vamanopag tablets?
Snehopag, Svedopag and Vamanopag, all three together.
And next one, I feel this is the last question. Once any panchakarma is done, leftover doshas are subsided by Sansarjan Kram. If no pathya and Sansarjan Kram is given, will it help?
Yes, it will help, because any which ways when we are doing it with the tablet Mahakashai, I'll give you one example. हम सब लोग when we do the दिवाली का साफ सफाई, what we do, we take out all the garbage and put it out. But every day when you clean your house, you have things, just lying around in your house. What do? You just rearrange them and put it in a stack. And even if you just rearrange, your house looks cleaner. I think you can agree to these two analogies. When we do the Pancha Karma with the Mahakashai, definitely it gives the effect similar to the traditional Panchakarma, but the leftover doshas rearrange themselves into the places, because the tablets also do the pachan and make them go to that place where they should be. I hope that answers.
Okay. I feel most of questions are covered, and we have put a contact detail. Anand has put the contact detail of both the pharmacies in the chat box, so you can copy the number. Anand, I feel the question answer session is over. You can take over from now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dr. Snail. Thanks everyone for your active participation and engaging questions. We hope you found this session very valuable and informative. Once again, a very big thanks to Dr. Hema Nanavati for sharing her expertise with us today, and thanks to all the participants for joining us. We look forward to seeing you all in our next Gyanvardhini session, which is scheduled on 17th of December. We shall soon be sharing the presenter and the topic details in our spam-free Gyanvardhini WhatsApp community group. Please join our Gyanvardhini WhatsApp community group to get the latest updates on these. And I have already shared the Gyanvardhini WhatsApp community group link and also the link for all the YouTube videos in the chat box. Thanks again to all of you, and I wish you all have a wonderful evening. We'll be closing the session now.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Dr.
Thank
Hima.
you, everyone.
Good night.